Alright, there we go. What's going on, everyone? Goddrifter here, and welcome back to another CarX livestream. This is livestream number 72. Now, today I'm actually going to be doing, I'm still doing this challenge where I have to use every single car in the same class. So, today I'm going to be doing, not class 3 and not class 2, because I've done both class 2 and class 3. Today we're gonna be doing the entirety of class 4. Now, I do have two water, let's see, no, scratch that, 3 water bottles on me, just in case. Um, so yeah, we're gonna be starting off with the Fujin, and it's gonna end with the rattlesnake. So more than likely, so yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So I usually call this a magenta, the magenta S14. The fact, well, it's a magenta S14. That's what it's usually called. Um, Now the thing that is different between what it looked back then versus now is the wheels, because I had the one-piece wheel on the front and I had the three-piece wheels in the back. So I was thinking like, okay, will be a lot better if I use a three-piece wheel in the front and have the one-piece wheel in the back. Like, at least that would make a lot more sense. All right, and just clarify, this one also has the Zenki front end as well as has so some sort of wide body in a way, but well, without further ado, time to go to Springstone. If you guys want to join in, all you need to do is type in Goddrifter on the search tab, and you should be able to find it. And make sure you're in the American server, so that way you will be able to so that way you'll be able to actually get into the lobby and have some fun for the most part. What the heck? What is he doing? Now keep in mind, it has been a while since I've driven my S14. Like I used any other car besides the Sylvia family because, to be completely honest, those cars are pretty much, if not the most not they're not overused in a way, but they've been used a lot to the point uh where basically you can't even like be like, oh my god, you're a bad drifter. Why did you get the S14? And it's like, because I like drifting different cars. Like there, because the thing is, I like variety. That is what I'm all about, variety. Now, in terms of in terms of like car list wise, this is probably my favorite list of cars, and they just keep adding more and more, and it's basically end up well, it doesn't blow up in their face, of course. It's just that for most people that have been following CarX from the beginning and till this day, it's one of the biggest things that ever happened in this game specifically. Um, hmm? Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Yesterday, so yesterday was legit the last day of the LA Auto Show, and I ended up going there around, and this was and ended at around 7, so unfortunately, due to traffic, we got there like around 4 something. I checked out a bunch of cars. The first car I checked out was two variants of the Supra. I saw, and I actually get to sat in the Supra as well as, well, I didn't see any other Toyota. It was on the Supra, and it felt like it was like it's like a Toyota interior, but it's not a Toyota interior. Like it feels like it's much more foreign than I thought it was, and that's because it's quite obvious because Toyota and BMW teamed up to make the Supra, and then um, they also made the like the Z cars. No, Z cars, Z4. What else was there? Oh, it's Carnage. Okay. Um, hmm. Now, in terms of the Nissan booth, I got to see not just like a classic 240, not 240, yeah, a 240Z or 280Z. It was a Datsun, of course, but I also got to see the new Nissan Z, and it looked really good in person. In fact, there was two of them. One of them was blue, and one was like its debut color, which was like this pale yellow, which reminisces of the classic 240Z colors, which one of them was in fact yellow. Um, oh jeez. Uh, Up next, it was the Honda booth. They didn't have that many cars. Like all I see was you see a couple of Accords, I think some sort of Pilot. I saw the newer Civics. I sat in one. It was pretty cool. I filled crammed, but I got to fit in at least. Then there was the Mazda booth, which unfortunately not all of them were like open. Like it was like there was the Mazda 3 Coupe and not Coupe, the Mazda 3 sedan and the Mazda 3 hatch. I actually wanted to sit in the hatch because I was much more familiar with the I was pretty much very familiar the Mazda SP3 than just the Mazda 3. And then there was also the Mazda Miata RF, which I do believe it was locked. I couldn't tell, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty locked. What else was there? There was also there was a Volvo booth which I didn't get to sit in. What I did figure out was there was a shoot, what was that called? I do believe it was a oh my god. I got to sit in not only the medium-sized Range Rovers, but also sat in a Range Rover Defender. It's bigger in person than the commercials or the video games for that matter. But man, it was insane how I actually was able to fit in one of those cars. And where did Carnage go? Or he, okay, looks like he resets. Oh yeah. The next set of vehicles was pretty interesting because I got to sat in a Jaguar F-Type, which it was the new face of the model, which I'm not gonna lie, it was actually pretty cool to actually get to sit in one of those. Uh, then we move on to Chevrolet, and then in the Chevrolet booth, I sat in the basically the final variant of the Camaros, basically. I think it's in the Corvette, but quick question. It's my YouTube name. All you have to do is just type that in, and you should be able to find it. Oh, excuse me. Shoot, what was I saying? Oh yeah. In terms of so in terms of the list of cars I sat in the Camaro, and I sat in a Silverado, which was a Duramax 3-liter Duramax 3-liter turbo diesel. Oh, my bad. I sat in. Oh wait, no, actually no. There's also. I didn't sit in any. I think it was the Hyundai's that was. Yeah, Hyundai was in there. I didn't see any cars, so I'm like, eh. Like it's. Well, it's not that bad. It's not good either, but it's not bad nonetheless. Oh shoot. Okay. Now what was I saying? And then right after Hyundai, it was Lexus, and I sat in plenty of the Lexus. It doesn't show. Just type it in, and you should be able to find it. And make sure you're in the American server, because sometimes that always happens. And keep in mind, the servers are they're not buggy in a way, but they're pretty much like it's hard to actually see if they're not buggy. Goodness. Alright, oh yeah. Right after I sat, okay, so I sat in at least 3 Lexuses. One of them was the new IS 500. The other one was the RCF, and then there's another name, sir. It's my YouTube name. It's I do tell you my YouTube name. It should be able to show. It's not a no-name server. No, it's not a no-name server. Um, basically, basically what it is the fact that I said all you do is just type that in and trying to refresh it until it actually shows up, because there might be a chance that it's not showing up for some reason. Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. All right. Oh snap. Okay, I forgot about the rule. It was usually 15 minutes. I change cars. Uh, Cars will go anywhere. I'll be right back. Go and change cars. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Um, yeah. All I do is just type it in, and if at it's not. It can be a bit shoddy sometimes, but um, nonetheless, the servers are was it's not a no-name server. I know that for sure, because if it was, then it would say no name, but it says YouTube Live, Goddrifter247sun Productions, C.M. So literally, it's like that. All right. Jesus Christ. No way, yes, that's okay. Oh my god, okay. Holy crap, okay. Now, in terms of this challenge I'm doing, every 15 minutes I change cars, but the thing is, every 30 minutes I'm gonna be talking about different subjects. Um, so yeah, normally it'll be racing cliches, then vehicle history, and then a childhood game in a nutshell. So yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. I've been doing that ever since I've done Gran Turismo. So literally, um, because um, sometimes in terms of like trying to figure out different topics to talk about, it's kind of hard. Uh, and keep in mind, I'm not into politics. That's one thing for sure. Not into politics. Um, no, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was talking about my experience the other show. So after I got into three Lexuses, which only one of the three of them I can fit, which is the LC 500. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit in the RCF because due to the fact that my height, as well as me having like two things in my pocket, which is my phone and my keys, it actually blocked my leg from getting over the not getting over getting under the steering wheel, which is pretty much a sign like, okay, let me just move the seat back up, and yeah, it was kind of like that. Um, the IS 500 on the other hand, I tried everything, going from the heck, even moving the seat back, I couldn't even fit in the car. I was like, man, this car is not for me for some reason. But yeah, overall it was pretty interesting to say the least. But the funny part about that is that after I got done saying a bunch of cars, I was like, okay, it's time to go. Let's go next. Let's go to the next section, which was the Galpin Auto Salon section, which is a lot of. Which keep in mind, those cars are. Oh my goodness. Um, like the cars that Galpin Galpin Auto Sport or Gas usually has is a bunch of Fords, Aston Martins, Porsches, and heck, I even seen a couple of things that most people wouldn't able to see. For example, I legit saw Polestar 1, even though it's supposed to be one of two in the entire world, and I legit, and I kid you not, it was in the auto show. I was like, is that a Polestar 1? Like, oh, two of these supposed to, like, sorry if my mic cut out, but I was like, man, I can't believe they have one of the two Pulsar 1s made. And keep in mind, the second one was given to KS to actually make the Y-Bike kit. Actually, in fact, a real-life replica of the cover car for Need for Speed Heat, which I was actually surprised. I was like, wait a minute. Like, that's insane. Like, how do you even find a car like this? And not to mention, I saw a real Heritage Edition 2017 Ford GT. I got to go. Okay. Shoot, I actually lost my thought. Oh wait, no, I remember. So yeah, right after I got done with a bunch of cars, yeah. So yeah, all this, yeah, gas. Saw a bunch of cars. I saw a Ford GT Heritage Edition. I saw a Shelby GT500 and my Wi-Fi sagging. Sorry about that. Just give me a moment. Okay, there we go. Anyway, fucking got it. All right. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to say the least. And not to mention, I saw one of the many Taycans that was flooding the actual LA Auto Show. So I was like, wait a minute, here's a Taycan, and then I just realized that they have an RWB Porsche in one of the sections. I was like, oh snap, an RWB. Not gonna lie, that looks pretty sick. Well, yeah, it was pretty cool nonetheless. And right after that, we got something to eat, and then we went into the West Hall, which, I kid you not, it was only 3 sections of that. There was the Subaru section. Wait, no, there's 4. There's the Kia, Ford, Dodge, well, the Chrysler Corporation, and last but certainly not least, Subaru. And believe it or not, I actually sat in a Subaru BRZ. It was I was able to fit that car, which I was able to fit in that car, which is quite surprising due to the fact that I was afraid that the car that short I would not be able to fit in. But fortunately, I was able to fit in. I didn't get to sit in the new STI because obviously it was a prototype, so basically I couldn't get in. to get into it. And I smacked my head on a Subaru Impreza. Yeah, that mess freaking hurt. This is, uh, same with well, no, except for the rest of the cars. I sat in pretty much not every single car because unfortunately I couldn't get into the Shelby GT500, which I wanted to, but due to the time constraints, like I was like, man, I can't believe I didn't get to sit in a Shelby. Like that would have been cool if I got to sit in the Shelby, but my mom just beelined it to the new Mustang. I'm like, I was like, what? It's like it could easily, like, they could name it anything else. They could have kept the Mach-E name. They could have named it something different. But why in the world do they want to name this one a Mustang? But then again, hopefully soon I can get set in a Shelby because I haven't seen one before. I wonder how it is. Also I saw another 4GT. It was, instead of the Hertz edition, it was like white with like black striping. Oh, and I got to sit in the Raptor, which is pretty cool. But more or less, it was pretty insane that I was able to actually sit in one of the most anticipated variants of the Raptor, because there's supposed to be two, one of them having the V8, one having the V6. My God. Alright. I think Mach-E sounds good. Except, Mustang Mach-E, it's not I'm not trying to say it's a real Mustang, but the actual type of vehicle it is, on the other hand, it's a four-door crossover SUV-esque car with the Mustang nameplate. I hate when my phone decides, oh yeah, let's just focus on this conversation. It's like, in the world, what's that? All right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah. I didn't get to stay in the Mustang because, like this. Now, the reason I didn't get to stay in the vehicle is because electric cars are not my thing. To be completely honest. Like, even though like it's cool, but it's just not my thing. I mean, I'm down for an electric Mustang. Like, just keep the body, take the grill out, and then put a but put a Mustang badge on it, and then just put an electric motor, and you're good. But they didn't do that. Instead, it's a keywords. I mean, at least the Broncos Legacy returned. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's not as big as the 90s Bronco, which is, to be completely honest, sticking huge. But, the funny part, alright? I'm over here, I'm like, I can't believe that she made this to a Call of Duty. I'm like, that's not a Mustang. It's not a Mustang. And then one of the brochures was like, oh no, it's the Mustang's distant cousin. I'm like, are you sure are you sure that's not the cousin from the future? Oh my god. And then I'm looking at every single electric car. They're either really small or ridiculously huge. Because I'm like, and I'm almost like, what's with all these? What's all these electric cars or like electric vehicles being all like the literally big boats for some reason? I'm like, trust me, I want to know as well. But still, So in terms of the dodge boost, I can literally camp in one variety of it. Yeah, yeah, no, it's all by. Then one actually came with a yeah, one came with a shoot, what's that called? I think one came with a tent. Oh, snap. Sorry about that. Okay. What the? Again? Alright. Oh, no, no, no. Come on. Come on. Hey. Oh, snap. Okay, we're good. I don't know what JPEG's doing, but apparently he just wants a competition. Oh, snap. Um, hold on. Okay, let me finish this lap so we can actually change cars and tell today's in a nutshell, not in a nutshell, today's racing cliche, uh, and that lap is finished. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna be changing cars, and I'll talk about the rest of the LL show later, but for now, I'm gonna need to change cars, and I'm gonna need to figure out what to talk about because I haven't done one of these in a while. Tailgate racing. What is tailgate racing to be exact? Well, tailgate or mountain pass is basically the one race that you probably would see in Initial D. Now, this type of race is one a bit more dangerous than the highway circuit because at least the highway circuit you can actually, you can. Well, the thing is, Long at Midnight and Initial D reflect this very differently. While Long at Midnight is about the speed in the highway, you got Initial D with uh, racing in the Tokyo Mountains and drifting. In fact, a no-rapper named Xavier Wolf actually the reason why he has a 240 is because of Initial D, and now he's only not his own just go, but he has other cars. He has the E36 and the E46, which one of them is a wide body. Oh jeez. My God. All right. Alright. But then again, when it comes to video games, what thinks Initial D, we have basically tracks that are inspired by Initial D. For example, some games are inspired by Initial D, and this is a very good example. Tokyo Stream, the Tokyo Stream Racer Drift series, basically there's only two games, but one of them is infamously, well, I don't know about Infamous, but I haven't played it, so I don't know what that's like. But I did play the second game, and that was, fun fact, that was my first Tokyo Stream Racer game, Tokyo Stream Racer Drift 2, and it reminds me a lot of Initial D, due to the fact that Mount Haruna is legit Mount Akina in the show. The only difference is that Mount Haruna is actually a real place, while Akina is kind of fiction in some way, shape, or form. In fact, there is a team that is based off the Red Suns. I'm not kidding. In fact, the only difference is that they have different colors. Um, Instead of a yellow FD and a white FC, I got a yellow FC and a white FD, which is probably one of, if not the most funniest things that I've ever seen. And my goodness, the bosses in the game are pretty cool nonetheless. Same with well, let's see. Same with the later bosses that is in every single track, which that will include two teams specifically. One known as the 13 Devils, and then the other one known as Kingdom 12. 13 Devils was a reference to, I can't really say this. Those were a reference to the 13 Devils in the older Turkish Universal games, which consists of, I kid you not, more than 13 people. Well, not more than 13, but it's like, yeah, there's 13 people in the 13 racers that race for this team nonetheless. Same thing with same thing with Kingdom 12. Well, except Kingdom 12 has more team members than I thought it did. But anyways, Tollgate is pretty much what it sounds like. It's a mountain pass race. So basically, it is a two-way. It's a two-way race that actually takes place in the mountain, and whoever gets to the well, whoever outruns the driver, or if you actually finish the time, or you finish in first, wins. That's basically how this works. But nonetheless, it was actually pretty interesting that a lot of games that actually adopted the tailgate thing. But what really set it off entirely was Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, which keep in mind that movie came out in 2006, and it actually legit started up everything, ranging from the movie having their own game, which is surprisingly pretty good for a PS2 game, to other games such as Need for Speed Carbon, Need for Speed Carbon, Tokyo Extreme Racer, and then some of the games later on that actually got a mountain pass. Well, yeah, nonetheless, it was pretty insane on what kind of cards. It's basically a sprint style outrun. Yeah, that's basically what it is. And not to mention, but yeah, here's the funny thing. It's not just Initial D that started drifting in the mountain pass. Well, there is something that's inspired in Need for Speed Underground 2, known as downhill drifting. Basically what it is that it's kind of like drifting in the hills, but the difference being is that it's like the hills you're drifting on are literally well, it's not bad, it's interesting to say the least. But yeah, city drifting is legit inspired by, well, keep this and finish first. Yeah, that's basically what it is. and not to mention, pretty much anything can go wrong with the shoot, what was that called? Uh, yes, yeah, something can go wrong in terms of toge racing. Like for example, someone can accidentally drift it too far and they hit the guardrail, which that's what Ikatani did. Yeah, part S13. Anyways, um, so yeah, there are some pros and cons of actually having a game entirely based off of a based on target racing. One is the pros is that there are a variety of tracks to actually go to, and and in fact, they're pretty much good practice on actually taking basically going through the corner um, pretty much a lot more often than usual. But oh yeah, and also um, the cars in the game are pretty much can either differ based on your drivetrain and how much weight it is. Like for example, you can have like an all-wheel drive Nissan Skyline, but the main problem is that the body weight is legit the body weight. Like that's its own problem. Or you have like an EG Civic, which you can actually um even though they're like lighter, not lighter, but they're as light as rear-wheel drive cars. But that won't stay. But I won't say the same to the fact that that the cars themselves are they're pretty much one of two things. Either the cars can handle good or can handle terribly. Which that is where I'm gonna get to the cons. The cons is that um, depending on what car you choose, it's going to defer your driving style. Because when I first started playing a tailgate racing game, I didn't know about the other drivetrains, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with this S13, and here's the thing, I thought I was good. First and foremost, I keep spin vehicle health, and then secondly, it was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that I actually spun out, because that's not what a car is supposed to do. They're like, do I have worn tires? And it's like, oh, great. So yeah, and keep in mind, I retried the game more than twice until because I'm like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna get a Integra DB8 and I should be good. And believe it or not, I was pretty good. I was like, man, I can't believe I've got this car and I end up actually, winning races, because who knows what could have possibly happened. Oh yeah, I forgot about this, about the grass. Wait. Okay, he's in the 240Z. Alright, about to search cars again. And um what's that called? So basically and not only that for most cases if the road has certain conditions that makes the car undrivable, it's not very good, because otherwise you have to be like, oh my god, I can't believe I have to race in this specific weather as well as this specific uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna try for the Panther statue in GTA. It'll be gone by the first. I already got that as the target, so I should be fine. Um, and again, I tried to like get rid of the buzzards first before it gets anywhere. So there's that. So yeah, right after this live stream, probably we have to okay, enjoy it. Yeah, sure. Well, the only thing I do is just type this in and type in what's on the well, what it says right there. YouTube Live, Goddrifter247sun Production, C.M. And also make sure in the American server. Um, Now what was I saying? Oh yeah. So probably after this live stream, I probably would head to GTA so I can actually do the Panther statue. Hopefully I can get the other Panther statue. Otherwise, it'll be way too late. So there's that. Oh yeah, I forgot about the cons. The cons of tollgate racing is the fact that as like I said, basically weather conditions can actually um, defer for anything. So um, and not only that, but it's also a what's that called? There's also another chance that certain for the most part certain drivers won't be racing in the rain because well obviously it actually is what most people do not prefer. But yeah, for you future racing developers that wanted to make a tollgate racing game, uh, you just have to talk to the person that is familiar with the culture. AKA that's not me. um, but yeah, that's today's racing cliche. Tollgate racing. Um, then on hard mode, I'll have to check. Okay. Alright, hold on. Let me park somewhere real quick. Okay, so he is in the M3. And oh, what the? I was like, what the heck? Like, there was like a civil that came at me out of nowhere. Who says Pontiac cannot drift? Eternal. Okay. Hold on a moment. You're in a blue S13. Jesus freaking Christ. What is with these Sylvias? And I'm using Class 4 cards. Whoa, shoot. Okay, never mind. I was like, what the heck? Oh, god dang it. Okay, I just realized, like, wait a minute, he's on PC. That means he can legit teleport to me. My freaking god. What the heck? Okay. Okay, Carnage is back. Okay, so I had around at least 8 minutes until I had to change cars again. So yeah, it's kind of like this, like 15, 30, 45, 60, and you know the rest. Alright. Oh snap. No, that's why I was still in first person. Let me get out of there anyway. Um. Okay, so at least 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes. And was that the Supra? Okay, I do believe you actually showed me that Supra before. It's 54. Okay, so I have 6 minutes. Okay, I was meant to actually switch over, but apparently my car doesn't want me to. Alright. Oh my god, alright. That S15 looked familiar. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay. What the bruh? Okay, I'm about to like reset. Alright. Okay, so only 3 minutes. Wait, where's Carnage at? Unless he, okay, he's parking somewhere. Actually, hold on. Alright. Hello, hey, welcome to the live stream. If you want to join in, you can. Just be sure to actually, um, just get a notification real quick. Just type in YouTube Live, Goddrifter247sun Production C.M. and make sure you're in the American servers. That way you can actually, you know, direct with us for the most part. We're here. Here goes the. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, so yeah, like, well, 20 seconds before I have to change cars again, and talk about today's next conversation, which is it's gonna be pretty interesting because, well, okay, yeah, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay. I am going to change cars, so I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh my goodness. So keep in mind, people, I'm doing the entirety of Class 4. So that will, because that means that I am doing the S14 all the way to the Rattlesnake, which is a 3rd gen Viper. Alright, the next car on the list, the Kenny Dude, which is a Datsun 512, or in, well, in Japan, this was simply known as the Sunny Truck. And before you guys will be like, oh my god, why is the thing so slams? Like, because I wanted it to. Let me just fix the camber so that way I'm not spinning out all over the place. 10 degrees in the front, 6 degrees in the rear. Wait, I lost slams. Oh my god. I'm doing well. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see if I can. Okay, there we go. Trying to not match it, but like have like some sort of stance on the car. All right. Um. Okay, so I'm going to talk about today's vehicle history, and I got a good one for you guys. Hey, do I have a tune for the Wood that won't spin out or no? Normally I would just do throttle control um, because normally when it comes to oh Jesus, okay, because normally when it comes to things such as because normally um when it comes to like drifting, I'll just use download for the one I had. I am playing on PS4. That's why you don't see this one. Is yours spin off too much? Unfortunately, I am on PS4. That's why I'm streaming this in. All right, give me a moment. On time PC. Sorry. Oof. All right. Really. So now, let's see. The only difference you can tell between a console player and a PC player is the fact that, like, you see people just teleporting themselves to the person, then it's like okay, yeah, that's a PC player. Um, okay, so let me go to my garage. Um, though I'm still doing all class two, not class two. I did because give my all of class two in the last live stream because I did one because one half was oh shoot, hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, not gonna lie, it looked really weird when the car has like wait no, that's not what I want to do. Alright. Gonna test drive it, we're going to Springstone. I'm still gonna come back. I just uh need to show them how to actually use this car due to the fact that the car is not bad for drifting. In fact, you can drift any car, but uh but the thing is, I don't know why people are like, oh my god, just use an S chassis. Like, what if I don't want to use an S chassis? Hmm. Then again, it's been a while since I actually tuned something like this. And it's not just about dog control, but steering control. Now, the reason why it might be spinning out too much is because of excessive camber, which keep in mind Now usually what happens is your car is way too low to the ground. Um, for the most part, I would suggest to like minimize the camber, like what I'm doing right now. Um, all right, let's continue what I left off. Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why your car is being on so much, because it probably have an excessive amount of camber. If it's not that, then that's probably mean that your angle is like, well, it's not your angle, it's probably your anchorman angle, which is a little bit different than like having like drift angle. Like anchorman angle is okay. I have my max steering angle on to 59. Caster is like on a positive 15. Anchorman on the other hand is the only thing that I would suggest alter slightly. Excuse me. Now I usually have all my cars on 40% because of the way actually of what most cars usually handle. In terms of the wheels on the other hand, um, it depends. Like right now, this car is rocking 18-inch wheels on 325s all around. Um, it's weird that um, have literally the lowest tire pressure, which mostly for most people that know about their cars, that means like, oh yeah, low tire pressure literally means grip, and high tire pressure means like, oh yeah, it's gonna slide all over the place. Well, for me, the reason why I like having front tire pressure is so that I can actually, well, it's not because I like a challenge. It's because I don't trust my cars at all. This is, front wheel and rear wheel adhesions is usually around 100, and then front tire profile is usually like around 20. Um, Well, yeah, but normally I would just not use, but I usually will go for the most horsepower. Um, but yeah, overall, that's how you do things. Oh, right, vehicle history, duh. Anyways, um, now in terms of the cars I have not talked about yet, it's pretty much, it's one of two things. Either people might not know about it, and then there's people that know too much about it. Um, Actually, need to look something up, actually. Oh, I have an idea. Today's vehicle history, we're going to be taking a look at basically it's not just one vehicle, it's a line of vehicles that actually give us a mod version of that to this day. Um, so what else I want to know? Talking about, um, today's vehicle history, we're going to be taking a look at the 86 line. So well, basically the AE line, which that's what I usually started with, as well, the AE slash A86 line, basically. So, without further ado, let's just start. So, what does the term 86 came from? Around the night. I'll be right back. Okay. In around the 1980s, we have 1980s. A lot. Most people were. Uh, see, rather something known. All right, let's go. Okay, you know what? I just started with the original AE, which is um. Actually, hold on. Let me park somewhere. So that way I'll don't get in anyone's way. um. moment. Hmm. Okay, I found it. Um, yeah, we're gonna be starting off with the original AE. Basically, oh, well, first and foremost, it was something known as the AE-70, which was from, kg not, from 1979 to around 1983, if I remember correctly. And they give us the first of the mini AE chassis. So the first one I'm gonna be talking about is Iski's which gets fun of because, well, I don't know why, but it's the A85. The A85 is almost like the 86 was a bit different. Uh, not only that it runs a bit, not only that it runs a lot low, well, not a lot, but it runs less power than it's one less power than the 86, but uh, also it has a single overhead cam instead of a dual overhead cam. And it has 16 valves instead of 20, and it's one of those um, cases where the car is not to mention a lot more heavier than the more successful A86. And keep in mind the A85 comes in both coupe and coupe and hatch, as well as pop up or fixed. Basically, you got the Corolla 11, and then you have the Sprinter Terreno, which is basically both of them are the same. Both of them are almost the same exact thing. The only difference being is um, that one has fixed headlights, and one has yeah, one has fixed, one has pop-ups. Then you move on to Jesus. Then you move on to the A6, which is probably the most famous of the AE family. Basically what it is the fact that the AA6 is kind of like the AA5, but it's a lot more, not refined, but it's a lot more better than the 85. The 86 actually has a dual overhead cam, which is which actually has a 4AG, let's say a 4AGE, basically a naturally aspirated hey, okay, could you guys stop trying to create a, oh my goodness, no, what was I saying? Oh yeah, um, in terms of the cars themselves, the vehicles are pretty subpar for what it is. Wait a minute. Wait. 60 cent. Shoot, I forgot to change cars again. Um. So yeah. The eight. So yeah, 886 is basically it's kind of like 885. And people can't actually get the concave smoke returns. That wasn't me, first and foremost. I literally just had to change cars, so there's that. Anyways, I'm gonna use the hot rod due to the fact that it is uh due to the fact it's a Halloween car. Um, I used that the first of Halloween, and don't worry, a Christmas basically a lot of winter slash Christmas special will be coming into this channel soon. So bear in mind. Anyways, um, oh my god. Okay, man, not spin out, yes sir. Oh my god. Now what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, 886. Pretty good car. They're hard to find these days, but the thing is, we kind of got the same car in the US. Unfortunately, it wasn't an 8.6, it was an 8.8. And for those wondering what the heck's an 8.8, essentially it's kind of like the 8.6, but it's a lot more heavier and it's supposed to be fuel efficient. Oh, and it also has those ugly bumpers. So, yeah. That's why they had in the first place, it's just them. Um, Alright, up next is the AE92, which this, and keep in mind the 86 was their last, keep in mind, and I mean it truly, this was their last, it was like their last Toyota that they actually made rear-wheel drive, and then for godforsaken reason, I don't know why, but they made it all-wheel drive, they made it front-wheel drive, and it was, man, like, oh, Jesus. There you go. Oh my god, my bad. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. The AE92 is the successor to the 86, except plenty of things. One, it had a much more improved 4AG, and unfortunately for the drivetrain, it's now front-wheel drive instead of rear-wheel drive, which kind of confuses a lot of Toyota fans, due to the fact that apparently um, their ever-loving Toyota AE86 will no longer, is the chassis the AE92 will no longer be a will be a rear drive car, but a front drive car. And yeah, it was pretty interesting to say the least. And then last but certainly not least, got the AE111, which is, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that car. Let's see, the AE92 also came with a Torino 11 treatment. Um, and okay, now I can actually talk about the most recent one, which I do believe is contained the AE platform. I don't know, but what I do know is that the AE111 actually also has the Coraline 11 treatment. The only thing that's different between those two is the wing. That's basically it. Unfortunately, due to the fact that the National Highway Traffic Administration System, well, no, it's a National Highway Traffic. Let's see, yeah, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration actually demanded all manufacturers to actually take out pop-up headlights, which I'm like, why you do these? Oh Jesus, okay. Oh crap. crap? Okay. Shoot. Alright. Now, the thing is, I would have ended on that note, but we gotta talk about, their, well, spiritual successor, aka the GTA 6, the Scion FRS, and the Subaru BRZ. All three of them have the same exact chassis as well as the same look. The only difference being is that the front end is a bit different. The BRZ has a different bumper than the Nissan FRS and even the Toyota GT86. 6. Now, what you can tell that there's is literally the headlights. Like, I kid you not. You can tell which one's the Sun, which one's the A6, which one's the BRZ due to the headlights. Now, if I was wondering, okay, what does the headlight have got to do with everything? First and foremost, the headlights are pretty, they're different from the average Scion. Like in fact, the Scion at first is the only Scion that actually uses bulbs instead of LED lights. Um, same goes for the Scion XB, Scion TC, and even the Scion XD. That's why I mentioned the XD because most people don't know what. Because most people want to know if that actually existed. Anyway. So yeah, in terms of the, not to mention, wait, oh yeah, did I mention that, it's not even still exists? Unfortunately, they discontinued in 2016, but, and that's a huge but, there are still good they still make good cars, in a way. Like, for example, there is the Scion TC, which I legit wanted to get one so bad it hurts. Specifically, the 2014 to 2016 one, which supposed to look like a Scion FRS. And speaking of Scion FRS, they make pretty good first cars, which um, that would be a lot more interesting than what we're having to the other vehicles. XB, I could see it as as legit a show car. Um, and then you got the three of the smallest vehicles that ever existed, which I can't wait to say that. The Scion XA, the Scion XD, and the Scion IQ. Wait. Uh. What? This is. Actually, I'm about to switch cars. Give me a moment. Hi, can you play? Wait, what? I'm so confused. You meant to say, hey, hi, can I play? And that's what your question is. Yes, you can actually. Is Bob headlights made anymore? No. Unfortunately, like I said, the National Highway Safety Administration asks all manufacturers to take out the headlights, take out the pop-up headlights, because apparently it endangers pedestrians. Which that would make sense, but I do believe it's because like, oh yeah, just don't put any more pop-up headlights. It's like you're kidding, right? Like you're gonna tell me that I don't want a S14.3 that has pop-up headlights. Like, is that what you want? It's like, well, no, like exactly. Oh my god. Alright, so I'm in the Hakosuka, or Box Skyline. Hold on. Okay. Does it need more water? Hold on. Like this. Alright. And, oh yeah. I completely forgot on another thing. And it was actually confirmed, I do believe DC here, that they're gonna make the new 86 and BRZ a year at well, next year. So, and also I got the Cinnamon one, so that's a plus. That's one thing. Um, so yeah, that's about it. The Toyota 886 line came out around 1979, and it's still going strong to this day. Well, the 86 part, of course. The AE part, on the other hand, I don't know if it's gonna make another one, but that is just my opinion. Um, so yeah, that's basically about it. But in terms of cars with pop-up headlights, they're not being made anymore. Um, but you'll be pretty lucky if you can actually find parts for pop-up headlights due to the fact there is such things such as a drift tax um yeah, there is such thing as a drift tax for most cars. The FD are not the FC. Alright, what's the name of the room? Because I can't find it. It's YouTube Live, Goddrifter247sun Production C.M. And make sure you're in the American server so you can actually find it. Alright. Now it's time for me to talk about my childhood in a nutshell. And now in terms of how I got into racing games in the first place, well, okay, I joined. Okay, cool. Um, in terms of my childhood racing games, I grew up in the 2000s. So most likely, if you had not heard any of those games, is probably the reason why. Because they came out in the 2000s, and they're pretty much rare to this day. Alright, time to get started on, um, hmm. It is one game that I know for sure is the fact that, many people actually have praised this game for what it is. It is probably one of the most craziest race games I ever played in my entire career as a gamer. Now, in fact, not only that this was my first, not only that this was my first Muso game, but it was probably one of the many Muso games I've played that came out on the PS2, and then it's still going strong to this day. And what else I want to talk about? I am talking about, well, it's not a racing game, that's one thing for sure. Like I say, it's a Muso game, so you gotta bear with me on this one. Today I'll be talking about the loose Chinese history of Dynasty Warriors 4. Now, here's how it went. Before GameStop started selling PS2 games, I wanted to get a Dynasty Warriors game for the PS2 because keep in mind that you have a lot of time on your hands and you wanted to get a PS2 game, just go for it. And I'm like, you know what? I wanted to get this game for a while, and Hitman actually looked up I'm not gonna say this, but I actually did look up how much the game was, and I'm like, okay, I have enough money to actually get it. So I went to GameStop with my mom, and I ended up asking for a Dynasty Warriors 4. Keep in mind, it wasn't the Empire's, it was the Empire's thing, but it was the original Dynasty Warriors 4. And this was probably one, if not the first time, that this game had multiple routes you can actually go through. Alright, so I'll go and explain how that game works specifically. There are three factions. Well, four if you count others, but three nonetheless. Um, the main three is, um, yeah, the main three is Wei, Wu, and Shu. Wei being the blue guys, Wei being the blue guys, Wu being the red guys, and Shu being the green guys. Most of the time they actually are in constant conflict with the fact that one of them had to start the yellow oh my goodness, the Yellow Rebellion, which has been uh my goodness, it's really hard to explain because keep in mind the game is based off the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. So yeah, you probably will hear a lot of similar names such as Zhang Liao, which is who is this worshipper is like here are the gods. It's like Jesus Christ. Okay. Um, singles with singles with the oh jeez. Okay, that was interesting. Um, shoot, I was getting to the good part. Wait, no, I remember now. Um, so yeah, and not to mention, each of the factions actually has their leader. With Wei is Cao Cao, with Wu is Sun Jian, and with Shu is Liu Bei. With and not to mention those generals are ridiculous, or they're pretty much ridiculous. That's how I can actually explain it. But I normally don't play those two. No, those three. But the reason how I got into Dynasty Warriors in the first place is because there was a demo in Dynasty Warriors 7 known as the Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires Edit Demo, where you can actually create your own characters and you can actually check out what weapons they have. Like for example, Jesus. Okay, now I'm questioning why are you guys drifting backwards? Jesus stinking Christ. No, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Um and, oh my god, okay. What the bruh? Come on. Why is that one drifting backwards? Okay, yeah, hold on. I'm parking somewhere. So that. Okay, I'm gonna be. No, I do not want to. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Okay. Now I can actually talk about the game that actually. Well, I'm already talking about a game that I played as a kid, so there's that. Anyway, so in terms of the not cars, in terms of the characters themselves, there are a variety, ranging from Sunsha to, from Sunsha to Zhao Tai to Suma Yi to the mighty Lu Bu, which feels like a boss character, if anything. But yeah, nonetheless, pretty, it was pretty interesting to say the least. And keep in mind, I spent way too many hours, trying to at least unlock all the characters. Now, and yes, that game had unlockable characters, but the only character apparently I cannot unlock was Meng Huo, who is, oh Jesus, guys. Uh, okay, hold on. Let me walk somewhere because I don't know what the heck is going on. Okay, I'm used to having circle as my handbrake, not my reset button. Okay, really? Okay. Well, no wonder why people getting confused because there's these guys. Yeah, some are legit drifting full on backwards. Ay, ay, ay. No, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Basically, it is oh, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Okay, I think I know. All right. So basically, you start with the Yellow Rebellion army, and then you stop the rebellion. Everything's fine until a couple of years later. Oh yeah, and here comes and this is an important guy you must hear about. This guy was known as Dong Zhuo. He is literally this fat dude that carries a bunch of, well, basically he is a tyrant. I am not kidding when I say that. Anyway, so around that time, you also meet the mighty Lu Bu and his associate, Diao Chan. And before you guys ask, no, it's not a Japanese thing. It's a, well, her name is that's her actual name, Diao Chan. So yeah, bear with me on this one. You might want to be careful because there are people drifting this way as well. And why the heck are you guys surrounding me? Don't be surprised if someone decides that they want to drift backwards. Well, not drift backwards, but um, go through the track backwards. Not. Oh my goodness. If they doing the reverse variant of this track, then I will not be surprised. Man, it's hard to actually come with words for once. Anyway. Okay, time to switch cars. Let's see what's around from Poland. Oh. Give me a moment. I'm actually gonna switch cars. Yeah, my god. Apparently I'm making more than a million per not per lobby, but yeah, it's basically kinda like that. Shoot. Oh yeah. Gotta go. Very nice stream and speeches you were making. Okay. Oh snap. Oh. Hello, Hunter. A BMW M2. I haven't used this in God knows how many. Well, not how many years, but I haven't used it since I bought it. I think the last time I used it was for a car show, and I didn't bother using it. Well, yeah, nonetheless, it was pretty interesting. Alright. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're good to go. Alrighty then. Alright. Alright, now what was I? Oh yeah. So around that time, yeah, they were trying to take over all of China. Uh, but most people were like, oh yeah, didn't Lubu destroy them? And yes, yes he did. And also spoilers for those that have not played the game. Um, well yeah, and then all of a sudden there is now like different wars between the three factions, which was it's usually either Wei versus Wu, Wei versus Shu, or Wu versus Shu, or Shu versus uh, Wei and Wu. So yeah, there's that. Um, and yeah, it was a pretty interesting idea. I actually do like the way they actually do things. Um, oh my god! Oh, okay, okay, that is okay. That was not what. So that's what it was. A couple of people actually doing the what's that called? Yep, they're all doing this tandem competition thing, even though you can legit tandem for free. Like what the heck, guys? Oh yeah. Shoot! Oh my god. And I was like, but I'm not feeling this car whatsoever. All right. So yeah. Depending on what faction you picked or which character you picked, you probably will have multiple amount of endings. Oh, and not to mention, it was pretty cool to say the least. Now now I am legit aware that there are variants of each of those games. The first one is Extreme Legends, which is a full-on hack and slash. I am not kidding when I say that. And then there's the one where it's just strategies, which is where the Empire games came from. Well, and for those who do not know, the Empire's games usually will have like some sort of strategy on what you do. Um, so in terms of the original games, I preferred I preferred basically every single one of them, um, except for 9. Night Wars 9, it's not good. Extreme Legends, I've heard of it. I have never played it before, but I do heard some good things for um, Dynasty Warriors 6 through 8. Now, in terms of the Empire games, on the other hand, I recommend 6 through 8. Well, 6 through 9 if they actually you know, make the game in the first place. But nonetheless, it was pretty cool. And yeah, that was it for Dynasty Warriors. So yeah, Dynasty Warriors was around since around the 1990s for the PlayStation 1, and uh, and we didn't get anything until the PlayStation 2, where they actually had their own look. So yeah, that's basically about it. Um, I hope this is So yeah, that was basically it. Alright, so right now I'm in the Elgato, which is the Lexus RCF, and oh yeah, fun fact, I actually sat in one of these before. Well, two of them I actually sat in. One was for the one of them which has this front end. I smacked my head on one of them. I kid you not. Um, and yeah, it was pretty sick nonetheless. Um, and then in terms of the second one, I sat in track, the track edition for this car, and yeah, I actually did like it. It was pretty cool that I was able to actually get in, and not to mention the best part. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Best part is that the one of the door panels actually has red carbon, which actually was a contrast with yeah, it was legit a contrast with um the carbon fiber that was outside. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going with my tale on my LL show experience. Alright, so basically well, not in, I didn't sat in just the BRZ, but I also sat in plenty of other cars. I actually sat in the hatch version of the Impreza. Actually, not thought about it. I wasn't a big fan of the newer STIs. I mean, I prefer the Hawkeye generation, which was like basically the second generation, which was from literally the early 2000s all the way to the late 2000s. It's kind of the same thing with shoot, yeah, actually, completely forgot about something. But yeah, nonetheless, it was pretty interesting to say the least. Um, in terms of the Dodge boost, I sat in literally the big three. Well, I will say big three, but I will say big four as well, because not only that I sat in a Charger, I sat in a Dodge Challenger, um, and heck, I even sat in a Durango and was in the back seat. And kid might have plenty of room, which was pretty interesting to say the least. Um, and I got to sit in a Chrysler 300. Now, the Chrysler 300 was another thing entirely, because I gotta be sure to see if that one is either the V6 or the V8 option, because as those that do not know, uh, well, I know the Chrysler 300 will came either with a 3.6 or a 5.7. And keep in mind, the 5.7s are literally is what they sound like. A 5.7 liter V8. And great. but the but the most confusing one was the Challenger. Now, the reason why I say that is because I am not kidding when I say this, but the Dodge Challenger had demon wheels, but also has a Hellcat badge. And not to mention, I don't know about the hood, but the hood was open at the time. And not to mention, it had the back. Okay. All right. Alright, so I'm gonna change cars in at least, well, less than a minute. So, not less than a minute, but it's more like, um, okay, now it's like less than a minute. Jesus, JPEG, you need to chill with the competition drifts. Like, what the heck? Jesus Christ, okay. Alright. Okay, time for me to switch cars. Let me just go somewhere so I'm not literally in anyone's way. Alright, be right back. I just need to pick their vehicle. Now, for those wondering that are new to the channel, I actually started this challenge recently. Now, in terms of what I'm doing, I'm basically doing all cars. Not all cars, but I'm doing all the cars from from different classes. So, yeah, right now I'm on this. I'm on class 4, which is probably had the most, well, almost the most vehicles of them all, because like it's okay. So for the most part, you have to like times each car by 4. So yeah, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25. And then in terms of class 5, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, so class 5 is 26, class 4 has 25. Alright. Now, I actually wanted to drift this car, because it has been up for a while, so there's that. Alright. And, what's that called? And then, right after I sat in those Dodges, I actually got to sat in a very interesting, I actually sat in a couple of Kias as well. The first Kia I actually sat in was the Kia Stinger. And the Kia Stinger was one of those cars that I got to got to see it for myself because, keep in mind, I didn't get to like, you know, the LA Auto Show in 2019, um, which was pretty cool, not pretty cool nonetheless. Um, and I kid you not, it was probably one, if not the most coolest thing that has ever seen. And I'm like, I wonder what kind of leaders does this car have. But then again, it just depends on the person, of course. Um, and then right after that, this is the funny part. I sat in a Kia Forte, not just any Kia Forte. It was a Kia Forte GT, which is kind of like the Korean version of the Mitsubishi Lancer. And yeah, you probably already know where this is going. It was like, man, I thought I don't see myself in the Kia Forte, but apparently I do see myself in the Kia Forte. The older ones, maybe, yes, but that's the reason that because it has a coupe model and not a four-door sedan. Um, and then I actually sat in a Kia K5, which, according to my sister, it's the same thing as the Nissan Altima, but they changed the name. Meh. Alright, and then um, after that we went through the Porsche aisle, which, my goodness, not only that I got to see one of the, let's say, yeah, I got to see the new Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS. Which, for those that do not know, the 714 Cayman, not 714, the 718 Cayman is probably is basically well, it's not stock of course, but it's a bit different than most cars in that case. And also wondering, wait a minute, why am I excited for some Porsches? Like, because not only that they have that, but this is the crazy part. They have the I kid you not, they have the 1990s Porsche 911 Carrera RS right next to the Porsche 911 GT3, which, keep in mind, that one is the newest Porsche. Well, not newest Porsche, but the newest fast Porsche, of course. As well as the 718 Cayman, which was, I was actually shocked they actually have both the 718 Cayman GT4 RS, but they also have the Porsche 911 GT3 992 variant, as well as the 911 993 Carrera RS. But yeah, nonetheless, it was pretty sick. The cars were pretty cool to say the least. Yeah, it was actually I wish the cars was way too nice for me to actually get one of those. Um, did people just leave? Oh my god. Hmm. Hmm. Car still needs work, but why in the world did they give this car a 4-cylinder motor? If this car is based off of, well, in the US they call it the SS, but in Australia they call it the Commodore. It just doesn't make any sense. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna change cars in less than 2 minutes, so um now that's probably gonna be my last car to actually Now, keep in mind, yes, I'm planning to do all the cars, but you gotta realize that my voice needs some rest. So, yeah, probably next week. Yeah, next Monday, I will finish off the rest of the cars. Um, so in terms of what cars I used so far, I used possibly. Hold on. I go in the catalog. Okay, so we're on the third row. Now, in terms of what we used so far, we used. You know what? I'll do. I'll do one more row, and then I'll probably at the end of the live stream. Um, but for those that missed it so far, I used the S14 first, then the FD, then the 300ZX, um, then the Trans Am, the Datsun 510, not 510, 520, my mistake. No, Datsun 620 or the Sunny truck. Used the Hot Rod, the Skyline 2000 um, KGB GTR. Um, let's see, the KGB C10 or the 2000 GTR, the M2, the RCF, and we use the Chevrolet SS. Now, in terms of what car is gonna pick next, it's already gonna be the the Samurai 2, my basically the Cherry Blossom Mark II. Um, that has the BRZ, then the AM382, then the 930 or 964, depending on. Then all these will be the Challenger. Alright, so without further ado, let's go back in. Oh, there are people in there left. Alright. My goodness. Alright. Oh, what the bruh? Okay. Candy. Yep. The cotton candy tire smoke. For those who don't know why I call it cotton candy, because it's legit the color cotton candy. And it's just that when it's puffy, and yeah, when it's puffy, it's like, oh yeah, it is actually has this light color. But when to the point where it's wet and hardens, it's gonna be like a full-on, it's gonna be a full-on different color entirely. Oh my god, yo, bruh, come on. Alright. Okay, yeah, don't use cinematic camera unless you know what you're doing. Okay, that's a 350Z. Oh wait, isn't that? Oh yeah, that's totally Adam LZ's new S550 Mustang. Oh snap. Okay, 210. Now, normally I will stick on a lot longer, but thing is, now okay, I'm gonna put a timer. I'm gonna put it in around shoot, it's like my phone's on 12%. I am going to put this in not 2 hours, but like an hour and 15 minutes, and once time is up, basically let's see, yeah, once time is up, usually let's see, once the alarm goes off, then um it'll probably be like, okay, it's kind of like that. All right. Okay. Up next, yes, Sir M1, or AKA my drift spec um Toyota not Toyota, my Super BRZ Toyota 86 on FRS. It gets confusing sometimes. Also, my phone needs to be charged. Hold on. All right. Wait. What in the heck are you guys doing? Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Okay. Now this is not usually shift 2 where you literally flip on the. I don't know why I don't know why I found that funny, but apparently it needs to be shift 2. If you get caught in off road and you try to turn, oh, good luck to the fact that you lagged. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. In terms of needs to be shift 2 unleashed, you actually flip the car by going to to the dirt specifically, and I'm like, what in the world? Dang, autocorrect. I don't know why. I don't know why autocorrect is being being interesting. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, more or less, it actually is not that bad. then again, the only thing that this car needs, I can't really say this, all this car needs is a Lexus V8, and this car should be solid. But a 2J, usually it's a 2J, correctly. It's either a 2J or 1J, but it depends on what kind of car it is. Because I don't know why, but for some reason it's like, oh yeah, this is the oh yeah, this is the BRZ. Even though the BRZ in and of itself should be class 1, according to this game, it's ticking fast. And my goodness, okay. Now, according to how's it going? It's doing well. Right now I'm doing all the cars from the same class, so I've done 2 of them so far, and almost done with the 3rd one, which is class 4. And then next week, well, I'm probably gonna do half the cars, cause um, basically I'm almost done with it. It's just that I need to do these 4, and then yeah, I has 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 12 cars left out of the 25. Oh, great. Alright. Alright. So I am grabbing my M3E92, aka the V8, um, aka the M3 with the V8. Oh god, okay, I do believe okay. Blue smoke. That's never good. Because it's either he's out of gas or he's out of coolant. And normally it's not a good sign. That's sick, only has the Falcon. I'm gonna see all of those. Yeah, I'm doing well. The thing is, this is a challenge I'm doing, which is legit the all car challenge. So basically, what I have to do is every stream I have to pick. I just ate a bunch of blueberries. Is that good? Because I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure like okay, I know blueberries are supposed to be berries because they're high in sugar, but Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Now, in terms of I've done 2 out of the 3 classes so far. So yeah, today I'm doing class 4, which is like all the second, like the second fastest cars in the entire game. Well, it's not the second fastest cars, but it's more like the the second last tier they had to go through. Um, and not to mention, every 15 minutes, I usually would pick a different car. So, like for example, I've switched cars in around 115. So once it hits one, if it, let's see, yeah, once it hits yeah, 215, and once it hits 230, then I probably would switch to a different car, or in this case, it'll be every, well, 10 minutes, so I should actually pick a different vehicle anyway. Um, well, yeah, it's actually a pretty cool thing to do, because um, like I don't want to actually just be like, okay, let me just choose a different car that I want to. No, I want to use every single car, which is me either one gets overused, two like it gets some usage in there, and then there's the third one where they never get used whatsoever. All right, up next we got the Hummel, which is my R3 Porsche named Lawless. Now, this, yeah, the Lawless name is a reference to, for those that've watched Jet Li's The One, there was a character known as Lawless that was portrayed by Mr. Jet Li, who, which in that universe he is a criminal, but unfortunately he dies. Which I'm like, wait a minute, what? It's like, yeah, kind of like that. Yo, hey, welcome to the live stream. Oh, jeez. Just like real life. Hmm. In terms of the RVB Porsche wise, yeah, they're everywhere. But in terms of okay, now I'm a bit confused. Like when you talking about like just like real life, like in terms of the lawless thing, Dr. Joe can help it. I'm confused. Oh jeez, Jesus Christ. Uh, I do not know what you're talking about, Soul, because I am honestly confused right now. Gently in death? Wait, what? Oh, great. Hold on. Hold on a moment. Alright. No, he's still alive. Still alive. Unless I'm wrong, of course, it's just... interesting. Wait, hold on. CC started the current illness and looks like if illness was due to his charity work and health conditions. Health conditions. They just go back and I said death. No! Oh my god. Okay, this is what I said. I said that the lawless name on the Porsche is because one of the characters he portrayed. Ay, ay, ay. Now, as I was saying, the reason why I named it Lawless is because if you've seen Jelly's The One, you know that Jelly played a bunch of characters in that movie. And I'm not kidding when I say this. In fact, he played 24 of them, and all wearing a costume and wig. But, uh, the thing is, when it comes to the movie, like, I kid you not, in the beginning of the movie, and if you've seen the movie, you probably will know. Spoiler warning. He plays a character known as Lawless, who is actually gaining protection from police escort, and basically what it is that he actually he was killed in when he was playing as Lawless. But guess what? He himself was also playing another character. So in overall how many characters there are, he played 25 different characters. And in the entirety of the movie, he played 3. Hey, I am not joking when I say that. He played Lawless, he played Officer Law, and I can't remember which one he was, because there was a third character and he was the villain. And as a fact, he was not only the the villain, but a protagonist as well, which was pretty confusing in a sense. So, in other words, you just commit a dark humor for no exact reason. Because I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Alright. Okay, let me look again. Let me look again. Let me look again. What the? Oh snap! Hold on. Next to nothing, I reason to be very. I just made Legacy 2 and GTA for no reason. Alright. How much time we have left? Okay, we have 56 minutes. And I did a lot of nothing. I did. Oh wow, okay, I just realized I didn't do any drifting with this car whatsoever. What in the world? And now I thought about it, he played as the Emperor in Mulan. And I'm not joking when I say that. And I'm not talking about the cartoon version of Mulan. I'm talking about the real live action one. aka the one where it's not the same as the okay, how do I say it? It's not the same as the well, it's not the same as the well, it's not the same as the cartoon, of course, but the vibe in it is more like a warrior princess type of thing. Like, for example, Wonder Woman or um, shoot, who else actually comes to mind? Since like that warrior princess type thing. Athena from Eternals, but my goodness, it's kind of like it's like, oh yeah, let's make Mulan a warrior princess. Oh jeez, my bad. Real life adaptations are never as good. That is indeed true. I mean, trust me, have you seen the Fullmetal Alchemist live action movie? I don't even want to know what that mess looked like. But curiosity got the better of me, and due to the fact that I've recently finished, because around that time I recently finished both Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And what happens? Oh yeah, there is this. Oh yeah, they made a live adaptation of the movie. That's totally gonna look sick. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. First and foremost, they're my bad. Oh, and I meant to actually change cars. I'll be right back. My food is ready. Be right back. Okay. I was going to switch cars. What if I even Cowboy Beep? Live adaptations mess you over. What the like even Cowboy Bebop? Oh my god. Now, actually, this is the worst part. They got Wendy's hair. Okay, now, for those that watched Full Alchemist, what do you know about Wendy? Okay, you know her as uh, sorry about that. My controller died. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you know Wendy, the blonde mechanic fixes um that fixes on their childhood friend's body, which um including his arm and leg, long blonde hair, blue eyes, a town girl. Yeah, guess what they did to this? Guess what they did to her in the live adaptation of the movie? Yep, nope, just regular hair color. It's like, I'm sorry, is it just me? But she 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 doesn't have the blonde like that. Like that's weird. She doesn't have the blonde. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? She doesn't have the blonde, okay? Like, Jesus, calm down. Like, yeah, they gave her brown hair. Like, yeah, they gave her brown. Oh my god. I was like, man. I was like, what the heck is going on? And no, okay, not thought about it. The worst part was the moment where they're like, oh yeah, we got it. Oh no, actually, the worst part about that movie was, oh my god, the worst. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is how I have. Okay, for those I've watched the show, and spoiler warning if you have not watched it, but I would suggest you do. Really good anime series, but for those that and shoot, um, all right, so I'm going to start my car here, and this is the moment where I'm going to spoil the absolute mess out of the character. So if my car is stopping, that means you might as well leave because it's gonna get some heavy mess right there. Um, okay, 3, 2, 1. All right. So for the most part, one of the scenes was when Hughes noticed something that was wrong with one of the soldiers, and Hughes knows on what that is, which is one of them being envy, which is the homunculus that can shapeshift. And in the anime, it was his wife. But in the movie, they gave him. It's like, oh yeah, here's the Roy Mustang. It's like, that makes no sense. What happened to the wife? Oh my, I'm so done. I'm like, who decided this? Who wrote the script? Oh my god. And I keep in mind, I'm like, please don't try to adapt this from the anime, because I'm pretty sure that's what the not anime. I hope they try not to do this with the manga, because that's what the anime is for, first and foremost. And oh my god, it just gets worse. And it was that moment where it was like, wait a minute. It's like, you're not Maria. I was like, it's like, what do you mean? It's like, her beauty mark is on her left eye. Yours on the other hand is on the right eye. It's like, so you know. It's like, what do you suspect, dude? What? Oh my god. Uh. Okay, there we go. You didn't miss me spoiling what happened to one of the characters in Fullmetal Alchemist, so you're good. Anyways, um, my goodness. Have you heard? Okay, Carnage. Have you heard a live adaptation of a movie that is so bad that you don't want to watch it again? Well, I watched plenty of those. And oh my god, no, the worst one, I kid you not, it's not just Fullmetal Alchemist. Like there is a live adaptation of the initial D movie, and it covers seasons 1 and 2. Like, I am not kidding with this. I would rather watch the Italia the Legend series as well as the 3rd season, which is an OVA, which is a movie, than going through that mess again. Oh my god, I was sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm like, what the heck is this? I'm like, what did they? Oh, so that's what I missed. Yep, you missed me and me and Soul talking about the live adaptation of movies, and believe me, they did these characters wrong. Oh my god, especially. And I mean especially when it comes to like your favorite anime or TV show. Like Initial D, they made that mess to a movie and I thought I was gonna like it. Nope, dead wrong. I did not like that mess at all. Because I am not kidding my sis. They cut the majority of the, not majority, but they cut half of the races that happened in the show. And I'm not kidding when I say that, because first and foremost, they, yes, they got the FD, all right, you got the FC. This is the biggest question of them all, and I already know they got the R32, but where in the world was the Civic, the S14, the blue Sil 80? Like, where the heck were they? Like, what the heck? Oh, don't get me started on. Yeah, and don't get me started on Iski's 8.5, because in the show his 8.5 was 11, a Corolla 11. If those do not know, that's the car I just talked about like literally an hour or two ago. Apparently in the movie they gave him a Sprinter Torino, which is the pop-up headlight version. And I'm over here, I'm like, that's just wrong. Ain't about the like, keep mess up. I made a point to avoid all live action movies and shows. Now, keep in mind, I mean your game. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, my bad. So yeah, that mess was a full-on nightmare. I'm like, what the heck is this mess? Oh, excuse me. Not to mention the we got the okay, they adopt something from the that would be a good choice. Nice, new ID. Okay. Now, the thing is, the only oh, my bad. The only live adaptation movie that I will ever watch was One Gun Midnight, because at least with One Gun Midnight, it made a lot of sense. And you know, yes, there's like a bunch of like fake wigs and stuff, but hey, at least can actually, you know, enjoyed the show. Not what the really? Because if I remember correctly, only have one headlights, and which one cannot see in the dark? Like what the heck? Um. Shoot, I just wait. No, wait, no, I remember now. Yeah, One Gun Midnight live action movie. That's the only thing I'll watch, cause well, that as well as the anime. But I like them both equally due to the fact that One Gun Midnight never show up in any streaming platform, and I am not kidding when I say that. But yeah, nonetheless, yeah, the live action stuff usually is a hit or miss. And then when it comes to the anime, it's usually a full-on miss. But there are some good exceptions, like the One Gun Midnight movie, of course. Um, Alita Battle Angel, of course. I wanted to watch Ghost in the Shell, but I didn't get a chance to, and not to mention, due to the negative comments on on that specific movie, I'm like, is this gonna be like one of those things where I just have to watch it myself, see? With a son of a oh god dang it! Hold on. Oh, great. All right, this is not usually what happens. Normally, when I get that notification, that means that it was like, oh yeah, the game is insufficient to stream. Oh, great. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually do something about it. Okay, it legit just happened. And I got a phone call. I'll be right back. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Let me just redo, I probably have to redo the live stream. So just give me a moment.